Working through the for loops lesson, we have three challenges. First, what would the below code print on the third iteration through the loop? Print for I in range 10 and print I. On the first iteration, it's going to print 0. Second iteration, it'll print 1. Third iteration, it will print 2. So I see that 2 is one of my options here. Let's go ahead and give that a check. I can see that's correct. Second challenge, what would the code below print on the fourth iteration of the loop? Here we are iterating through a list. I represents each individual object in the list as we iterate through that list. So first iteration 1, second iteration 4, third 6, and fourth 8. We see that 8 is an option. Give that a whirl. We can see that's correct as well. Finally, which of the following for loop definitions should be used if a program needs to create a range of indices for a test list? And we have for I in range, len, test list, and then we would have more code to come, right? 3 dots, ellipses. And then the second one is for val and test list, right? So if we do for val and test list, we're not going to get indices, right? We are a range of indices or integers starting at 0, going up to some number, actually one below the length, right? What we're going to get is the actual objects in the list, right? So I know that it must be this range object that starts at 0. The parameter is going to be the length of the list, the number of objects, right? But the range function is not inclusive, so it's going to start one short of that, which will be the final index. So we'll actually have a perfect set of indices if we needed to index this list, or maybe we had two lists that we were iterating through, parallel lists, they're the same length, and we're indexing both of them within the same for loop, maybe, for example. So that's it for this for loops lesson. Next up, we're going to have a lesson about traversing a list, and then we will move on through some nested lists and the enumerate function.